Hey everyone, it's Bob Perkins bringing you another Monday Morning Sales Minute. Thanks for joining us for the Summer School Series. Now, today we have a great topic, an emerging technology. You got to listen to this, and it has to do with alternative emerging ways to contact prospects and clients, and that is texting. With us today, I have Tom Parbs. Tom, welcome.
Hey, how you doing, Bob? Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you back on the show here. Tom is the chapter president of Chicago aa-isp chapter, but he's also the senior manager at SMS Magic and an expert in this world of texting. That's what he's going to talk about for 2 weeks. Today, he's going to talk about why it's hot, why it's important. The next week, come back for some actionable best practices. So, Tom, get us started with texting today, if you would.
Thank you, Bob. So I appreciate everyone joining Bob and myself today. So plainly put, text messaging is the most effective communication channel in existence. Phone call, it's not going away. It's still important to make phone calls. Email's not going away. It's still important to send those emails. Social is not going away anytime soon. Even the regular mail, right? There's some great companies where you can send products to kind of open doors. We're not doing away with those. But the question is there's a lot of noise, right? And so then the question is, what's going to cut through that noise and deliver a communication method that 98% of the time is read within 5 to 98 seconds is a text message. More importantly, the response rates on a text message, if they don't know you, on average, statistically, is 50%. If they know who you are, you have a relationship, it can be as high as 85% plus. So why is text messaging so taboo? People think, well, it's a personal channel, and I understand that, but here's why people are talking about this hot subject, but aren't really doing anything about it, and they're not alone. Statistically, about 14% of companies out there actually have a formal strategy around text messaging. So you have to understand something, Bob. For any sales leader, any marketing leader, any customer success leader, anyone that's out there is like, oh, you know, we're not texting, we're thinking about it. Stop what you're doing right now. Look in the mirror and say, my reps are text messaging. I promise you they are. You cannot walk up to a rep and say, hey, Joe, hey, Sally, give me your cell phone. Let me look through it to see if you're text messaging. They're not going to do it. You can't do
Tom,
that. But
I got evidence of that. Last couple of years, we measured and we asked reps and managers. We said, how much are you texting? The reps said, 50, 60%. The managers thought it was like 20%. So you're exactly right. Now, you have some stats on what, the results of texting, correct?
Yes. So let me share that with you. I know I'm biased. I work for a text messaging company. We're a leader in this space. But I don't want you to have to take my word for it, right? Another big name in this business is Twilio. Twilio's done tons of studies on this, just like we have. But according to Twilio, texting is the #1 preferred channel for customer service in the United States. Let me repeat, the #1 channel, not number 2, not number 3, not number 10, the #1. In fact, further in that study, 85% of customers want to be able to converse, have a conversation with the company they're doing business with via text messages, not just getting marketing, not just getting like just blanket text. They want to be able to have a conversation. That's not my study. That's Twilio. Don't take my word for it. They're huge. Here's another study for you. Salesforce did their own study. The average SMS campaign conversion is about 45%, but could be as high as 85%. That is 250%, even at 45%. That's 250% higher than an email. Well, if that was a horse at the race, that's where my money goes, right?
And you know what, Tom? I talk to leaders all the time that are banging their fist against their head because my reps aren't communicating enough with prospects. This is a tool that can change that. Now, you're going to come back next week, and what are you going to share then?
Yeah, so I'd like to share some best practices, right? If 90% of people out there would prefer to receive a text message than a phone call, how about some best practices around text messaging? We're going to talk about going for the value play. We're going to talk about being concise and creative We're going to talk about being time conscious. When's the right time and not the right time to send a text message? We're going to talk about consent, GDPR, TCPA, CASL in Canada. It's really important to make sure that you're compliant. So we're going to talk about that. And we're also going to talk about showing some restraint. So I think if people start adopting that and they follow these best practices, boy, what a difference it's going to make when you add text messaging to your cadences.
All right, next week is going to be the week if you want to learn on how to text most effectively. Hey, look, everyone watching this, subscribe now so we push these Monday Morning Sales Minutes right to your email every Monday morning. Tell your friends, your colleagues, your boss, get out to next week's session. Tom, thanks so much. Everyone, until next Monday, good selling. Bye-bye.